Growing up in the 1970s meant freedom most kids today can't imagine. You left the house after breakfast and didn't come home until the streetlights flickered on. No mobile phones tracked your location. No adults hovered nearby. It was glorious, reckless, and completely normal. But looking back, it's a miracle any of us survived. Here are 10 things 70s kids did that would horrify modern parents. Number 1, all-day freedoms, no check-in. Summer mornings in the 70s began the same way. Mom pushed you out the door after breakfast with one simple instruction. Be home before dark. No mobile phones, no way to contact you. No idea where you actually were. You could be at the park, the woods, a friend's house 3 streets over, or exploring building sites. Parents didn't worry because everyone's kids were doing the same thing. The neighborhood raised you, and somehow that felt safe enough. Today, letting a 7-year-old vanish for 8 hours would trigger police calls and social services. Back then, it was just childhood. Number 2, riding in the car boot. Family car trips meant squeezing everyone in by any means necessary. The backseat filled up fast, so kids climbed into the boot. Estate cars were perfect for this. You'd lie down on blankets pressed against the back window, waving at cars behind you. No seatbelts, no booster seats, no airbags. If Dad braked hard, you slid forward and laughed about it. Parents saw nothing wrong with it. The car fit 5 officially, but somehow transported 8. By the 80s, seatbelt laws changed everything. Now, even the thought of a child loose in the boot feels dangerously reckless. But for 70s families, it was just making do. Number 3, playground equipment that could kill you. School playgrounds were thrilling. Death traps. Metal slides baked in summer sun, burning the backs of your legs on the way down. Roundabouts spun so fast, kids flew off into the dirt. Climbing frames towered 3M high over concrete or packed earth. No soft landing in sight. The seesaw could smash your face if your mate jumped off at the wrong moment. Swings had heavy wooden seats that turned into weapons during accidents. Splinters, bruises, and broken bones were common. No one sued. No one complained. It was just play. Modern playgrounds have rubberized surfaces and equipment barely a meter tall. Back then, danger was part of the fun. Number 4, no bike helmets ever. Every kid had a bike and not one wore a helmet. You didn't even know helmets existed. Chopper bikes, grifters, hand-me-downs held together with rust and hope. You rode everywhere, fast and fearless. Racing down hills, jumping homemade ramps, weaving through traffic without a second thought. Head injuries happened, of course, but nobody connected them to the lack of protection. Helmets were for motorbikes, not children. The idea of forcing kids to wear one would have seemed absurd, overprotective. Today, you can't buy a kid's bike without the shop assistant pushing a helmet at you. Number 5, smoking everywhere around kids. Cigarette smoke was part of childhood. Parents smoked in the car with windows up, filling the entire space with thick gray haze. You sat in the back seat, breathing it all in, never complaining because you didn't know any different. Ashtrays overflowed in every room of the house. Dinner tables had them, living rooms had them. Even your nan smoked while holding a baby on her lap. Teachers smoked in staff rooms with doors wide open. Doctors smoked in their surgeries while examining patients. Smoking sections. On airplanes meant nothing when the smoke drifted everywhere. Anyway, nobody talked about secondhand smoke or health risks. It was just normal, accepted everywhere. The shift came slowly through the 80s and 90s as evidence mounted. Today, smoking in a car with children is illegal in many places. Back then, it was Tuesday. Number 6, drinking from the garden hose. Thirsty during play, you drank straight from the garden hose. The water tasted like rubber and metal, often sat warm from the sun-baked pipe, and you had no idea what chemicals or dirt might be lurking inside. Nobody cared. You twisted the nozzle, aimed it at your mouth, and gulped down whatever came out. Sometimes you'd spray your mates first, soaking everyone before taking a drink. The hose lived outside in all weather, covered in spiders and grime. Parents never suggested going inside for a proper glass of water. That would mean stopping your play. And childhood in the 70s was about staying outside as long as possible. Today, parents carry filtered water bottles everywhere and panic over hydration. Back then, the garden hose was the neighborhood drinking fountain. Number 7, playing on building sites. Construction sites were adventure playgrounds, half-built houses, piles of bricks, stacks of timber, and deep, muddy foundations. No fences kept in. You out? Or if there were, they were easy to climb. You'd explore for hours, walking across roof beams, jumping between floors, building dens in concrete shells. The danger was obvious but thrilling. Rusty nails stuck out of planks, holes dropped into darkness, heavy materials teetered on edges. Occasionally, a builder would shout at you to clear off, but you'd just come back the next day. Parents knew where you were and shrugged. It kept you busy and out of the house. Now, building sites have security fences, cameras, warning signs, and legal liability. One child injury could shut down the entire project. In the 70s, it was just free entertainment. Number 8, no sunscreen ever. Sunscreen simply wasn't part of summer. You spend entire days outside, skin turning pink, then red, then eventually brown. Sunburn was expected, even celebrated, as proof you'd had a good day. Parents never thought about skin cancer or UV damage. Maybe they'd rub some calamine lotion on you if the burn was particularly bad, but that was it. Beach holidays meant coming home looking like a lobster. School trips in summer guaranteed an entire class of burned children by day's end. The only protection was a t-shirt, and even that came off when you went swimming. Nobody wore hats unless it was winter. Nobody stayed in the shade. The 70s, sun beat down on an entire generation of unprotected kids. Today, parents apply factor 50 every 2 hours and dress their children in UV suits. Back then, we just burned and accepted it. Number 9, fireworks in kids' hands. Bonfire night meant danger and excitement in equal measure. Kids as young as 8 bought bangers, sparklers, and rockets from corner shops. No ID required, no adult needed. You'd light jumping jacks in the street and watch them explode in all directions. Rockets were aimed from milk bottles in back gardens, often flying sideways into fences or windows. Bangers got thrown into puddles, bins, even occasionally at each other. Burns were common. Every year, someone lost a finger or worse. Yet the tradition continued. Parents watched from doorways, sometimes wincing but rarely stopping you. The bigger the explosion, the better the night. Modern regulations have tightened everything. Organized displays replaced back garden chaos. Number 10, walking to school alone at 5. Your first day of primary school often meant walking there yourself. At age 5, sometimes 4, you'd leave the house with your satchel and make the journey alone or with slightly older kids from the street. No parent escort, no walking bus, no car drop-off. You crossed roads, walked past strangers, and navigated your neighborhood independently. If you got lost, you asked someone for directions. If you fell and scraped your knee, you brushed it off and kept going. Schools didn't require parents to sign children in or out. You just turned up and turned up home later. The system assumed children could handle basic independence from the moment they started school. Today, primary schools have security gates, and children are collected individually by verified adults. The contrast is staggering. In the 70s, self-reliance started early.